Hey everybody, how are you doing this evening? I am Eve, of course. I'm here in the group. And I mentioned yesterday in the live that I was going to post our next update to the challenge today in the Facebook group. And so, unfortunately, today ended up with a migraine. So I've been I've been in bed most of the day, and haven't been too long, got up, but I still have the migraine. It's like right here. But anyway, you didn't come in here to hear that. I wanted to, and hopefully you can hear me. I don't know if it's working because um, I don't have, I'm not using OBS, which is what I normally use on YouTube. So it lets me know when things are working. It should be working though. I just shouldn't have any issues. So at any rate, Um, the update to the G.I.T challenge is actually setting a goal. Okay, so I firsthand will let you guys know that goal setting really has never been my strong point at all. Like, so through the years, um, you know, people would talk about setting goals, and I'm sure you're familiar with how they do dream boards and how people will cut out stuff from magazines and do a dream board and all that jazz. And I was just like, why would anybody do that? Why? I don't understand. It just didn't resonate with me. And my business advisor would ask me about what goals that I have and stuff like that. And I've never set goals. It was just, I was, I was in the moment. This is something I'm going to do. Um, didn't care how it turned out. It was just something that I wanted to do at the time. And so, that's pretty much how I've always done things. Well, I feel like now, again, the GIT challenge, I created it because I saw the need to get it together myself, right? So here again is another facet of the challenge where I know I need to get it together. And so we're going to focus this week and a half on setting goals. All right. So you have January the 1st coming up, which starts a new fiscal year for most businesses. Okay. So, meaning your tax year, your bookkeeping, all that cool stuff starts over at the first of the year. So, what we're going to do is set three goals. Okay. We're going to set three different goals. The first goal that we're going to set is going to be a long term goal. All right. It doesn't matter what goal it is as long as it's something in relation to your business and improving your business. If you're in this for business purposes. Now, if you're in this as a crafting or a hobbyist, you still can set a long-term goal. So let me give you a couple of long-term examples. Like if you're a hobbyist, for instance, and you're not wanting to do this as a business, your long-term goal could be to finish, say for instance, this quilt that you've had, it's been sitting over in the corner and you've packed it, unpacked it, put it in the closet, took it out, been meaning to finish it. So, and you know it's going to take significant time to get it done. So that could be a long-term goal and set a date for that long-term goal. So if your goal is to finish that quilt, then our long-term projection is, okay, by the end of the year, next year, this time next year, that quilt will be finished. Simple. So if you are in this for a business, um, then your long-term goal could be this time next year. So when we're saying long-term, it's not really, technically, it's not really long-term because long-term is in a lot of instances like a 5, 3 or 5 year projection, right? But I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible for those who may be like me that are just not used to setting goals. So that's why I'm referring to long term as 12 months. You don't if you want to set yours out longer, go ahead. This is just a suggestion of what I'm going to do. and to give you a guide to go by to try and do the same thing for yourself. So um, if your business might have made, $5,000 last year, good job. That's great. But your long-term goal is you want to hit the 20K mark, right? That's your long-term goal. Set your long-term goal, 12 months. In 12 months, your goal is to sell 20K of business, make business revenue for your business. Um, a long-term goal could also be get a certain piece of equipment that's pretty pricey. If, like, for instance, one of my long-term goals, which technically is not realistic because I'll get put out the house, but my long-term goal could be get a glow forge. You know what I'm saying? That's $5,000. And I have to purchase the ventilation stuff to go with it. So that would be a 12-month goal. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first objective to the challenge in the goal section. Okay. The second goal that we're going to be focusing on is a mid-range goal. All right. And you see where I'm going with this. So then the third one is going to be a short-term goal. All right. So the second goal would be, something that you feel like you can accomplish within a 6-month time period. So for whomever it was that's a hobbyist and they had the quilt and they're saying the quilt is a 12-month goal, well, maybe half of the quilt would be the 6-month goal. Or maybe, um, I don't know, getting the fabric together that you need to do the back side of it within 6 months. Something along, or it could be in 6 months, you're going to rearrange a certain part of your crafting area and get it together. Maybe that's what your goal is. Or, that's for the hobbyist. That could be for the business person too. Lord knows it needs to be mine. But a 6-month goal for the business would be to hire a bookkeeper, hire an accountant, hire a tax preparer if you don't already have one. Another option for 6 months could be a piece of equipment that may not be quite as expensive. So get a new heat press. You know, Something along that line where it's a little difficult to attain within a short period of time, but you're wanting to try it anyway. All right. And then your short term goal, of course, would be something a little more attainable that's immediate. Like, for instance, um, by February the 1st, you may have, um, I don't know, my goal needs to be have all these goals done and to have my planner up and running like it's supposed to be by the 15th of January, actually, not the 1st, the 15th, because I have a lot that's going on. Up until the 15th. So, if with a hobbyist, it could be, get your stash in order of your fabric and or your yarn, or what I'm saying, get your equipment service for the new year. Go ahead, schedule it so that by January 15th, all of the equipment is serviced, everything's been looked at electronically. Um, Bam, you're up and running. And you could even include backing up all of your designs, backing up your important business information that's on your computer and getting it put on a portable external drive so that you have it not just on the computer, but you have it here too. And I'm going to give you, my real life example right now. This laptop that I use for everything, y'all, for everything. I just bought it. I bought this computer um, it's right at 2 years old. I don't even think it's a full 2 years old. I bought it, and it has mechanical defect. So, like, the battery is swelling in this laptop, and it should not be swelling, right? So I contacted customer service, and they're like, you got to bring it in, and we're gonna have it for 2 weeks. So what am I going to do with my files for the next 2 weeks? How am I going to access it? I still have my old laptop, which is a good thing. I'm glad I kept it. But now I got to get all of those files because I haven't been backing anything up. I got to get all of those files off of this computer and put them on the new computer, or at the very least have all of them on this external drive so that I can have access to my documentation and my files and stuff, because I did not do backups like I was supposed to, right? That would have been so much easier to do had I been doing backups. So maybe one of your goals is start your backup routine to get all of your files backed up. That's a great goal for whether you are a business person or whether you're just, a hobbyist. All right. So that's the update. Sorry about that. I got a timer set because I got me some food in the oven, and that does not help my migraine. Oh my God, that was horrible. So at any rate, I didn't think that through too well. But your next update to the GIT challenge in some kind of which way, I'm gonna have to get this uploaded to YouTube so that everybody else can see it too. But your next update is going to be setting 3 goals, okay? Setting 3 realistic, attainable goals. And I'm gonna give you a tip of something else that I did years ago. I'll never forget, when I first started doing embroidery and I got my little 4x4 embroidery machine. I went into a thread store that's local to me, definitely local to me now. Well, they're closed now, but they were local. They would have been local. And they were an authorized baby lock dealer, baby lock embroidery machine. And I was looking at the prices, asked for brochures and stuff, and they gave me the pamphlet for the 6 needle embroidery machine, right? And I asked them what the price was. I wrote the price on the front of that booklet, and I hung it beside my door where I went in and out of that studio every day. And so that was a goal I didn't realize I was setting, but that was a goal that I had. And I kid you not 2 years after posting that picture up, there was a 6 needle. It wasn't baby lock, but it was still a brother 6 needle embroidery machine was sitting in my studio. So for those long-term goals, or even those short-term goals, like if there's a piece of equipment or something, get a picture, put it up. Put it up, put it in front of you so that you can see it every day and remember what you're working towards and what you're working for. All right. So that you can align all of your pathways to converge on that one destination, to help you stay on track to achieve that goal. All right. So 3 goals, one long term. I'm just saying 12 months for now. If you choose to do longer, that's fine. Not an issue. Your second goal is a more short term, mid range goal. So in my instance, it's going to be 6 months. You could do yours maybe a year, because your other goal is a 3 year goal. It's entirely up to you. And then one really short term goal that you want to achieve, somewhere within the first quarter of the year. All right. So thank y'all for hanging out with me with the GIT challenge. I appreciated seeing all of the planners and seeing folks excited about doing the GIT challenge all across the board. It's been amazing. And hopefully you've been sharing this with family and friends, because you don't have to be a crafter to get it together. Everybody kind of needs to get it together right about now, especially with, the way, we're trying to keep healthy and safe from many different disasters that's going on right now. So, at any rate, I look forward to seeing you guys a little bit later. I do have work that I need to be doing that I couldn't get done today because I was in bed with a migraine. So, um, I may go on a little bit later if I can get this thing to ease up some and do live, or I may just not go live so that y'all won't see me struggling. But even if I don't, then we'll go live again at some point in time this week, because I do still have quite a few orders that need to be cranked out, from beanies to hoodies to, doing some vinyl on t-shirts. Since my DTF is down, I'm going to have to use vinyl. So at any rate, I hope you guys had a great evening. I look forward to, hearing about your goals. Oh, post your goals. Please post your goals below this video, so that we know what your goals are. Because your goal might be one I didn't think of. And I'm like, bruh, I need to add that. And of course, there's no limit. You don't have to set it to just 3. But In my instance, I know three is probably where I need to focus, so that's why I'm doing three. So it's up to you on the duration and the amount, but I'm just making a quick suggestion. Three goals, from a year to 6 months to first somewhere in that first quarter, and then, like I said, post them please so that you can encourage everybody else. So thank you for being a part of the hoop group. I'm going to go grab me a bite so that hopefully it'll help me calm this migraine down. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.